It is my privilege to have this opportunity to welcome Governor Quinn back to campus and to thank him for his tireless support of veterans. Please join me in welcoming the 41st governor of our great state, someone with a long and distinguished career in public service, the Honorable Governor Pat Quinn.
Hey, thank you, Tanya. Thank you. Well, it is outstanding to be back here. I was here in February. It was a special day when we talked about the hiring veterans job tax credit that our state enacted and I signed into law. A very important way to help our veterans with respect to employment all across Illinois. We want our employers to understand there's a federal tax credit and a state tax credit for hiring our veterans. Very, very important. We all understand the importance of taking care of our health care needs of our veterans, those who are serving, as well as those who have come home. We want to make sure that our military hospitals, our veterans hospitals, are second to none. But we also understand, as we learned back in February, how important it is to make sure that the educational and learning needs of our veterans are taken care of. And this university, our university, University of Illinois, and Dr. Timothy Nugent, we want to thank you very much. In 1948, that's 64 years ago, he understood that our veterans coming home from World War II, some of whom had disabilities, they wanted to use their GI Bill of Rights to get their education. And this university, our university, the University of Illinois, was the very first in the country to put together a program to make sure that our disabled, wounded heroes had that opportunity to learn. It's very, very special that we have this tradition in Illinois. As mentioned by Tanya, if Abraham Lincoln was here today, he would be very, very proud of his home state and our university that he made possible in 1862, 150 years ago, when he signed the Morrill Act during the Civil War. Abraham Lincoln signed the law that established land-grant universities like this one that within a few short years in 1867 began. So the University of Illinois is close to certainly Abraham Lincoln's heart. And anyone who's seen the recent movie of Lincoln, which I would commend to everyone, he understood that those who bear the battle, who are on the front lines, our duty as citizens is to make sure we take good care of those who have borne the battle. And that is what we are doing today. Thanks to the generosity of a great Illinois citizen, someone who I think 50 years ago, was that true when you were at the University of Illinois? 25. Okay, all right. Whatever number of years ago, Ron Chez, a very generous man, a good friend of mine, he heard I was coming, I think, in February, and he said, you know, if our state of Illinois can come forward with some resources to help build this wonderful center, this center for wounded heroes who are going to advance in their higher education, that he would put $6 million into investing in building that building as fast as we can. And so our state today is announcing $4 million that we're investing with Ron Chez, and then the university is coming forward with $2 million. So that's the $12 million we need in order to build this building. And we want to build it so they will come, so that wounded heroes from all over our country can come to a place of higher learning and get the best education imaginable, because the University of Illinois is second to none. We know that we have a great university, an institution of higher learning that is one of the greatest on planet Earth. And it's very, very important that we make it accessible to all of those who have borne the battle, who have been on the front lines, who have endured very grievous injuries in Iraq, Afghanistan, or anywhere else around the world. And I want to personally salute Travis, who is here today, Lance Corporal Travis Stetson, United States Marine, Semper Fi. And we want to be faithful to you and all of those who have borne the battle. The United States Marines began on November 10th of 1775, even before the Declaration of Independence. And the motto of the Marines is Semper Fidelis, Semper Fi for short, and it means always faithful. That's what we're doing today. In the best traditions of Abraham Lincoln's democracy, we are faithful to what he said in that second inaugural address, that it is the duty of all of us on the home front to take good care of those who have borne the battle, and that starts with their education. So Travis Stetson, who has come here from New Mexico, and he's a proud citizen now of Champaign, Illinois, a student at the university, we want to make sure that this wonderful institution is here for you, that has the kind of 24-hour holistic, comprehensive help to make sure that any of our disabled veterans who need a place to learn, it's always welcome at the University of Illinois.
The center will do more than just provide support and services. It will actually say in a very welcoming, lasting, tangible way to service members whose lives have been most deeply and permanently affected as a result of their service. It will say to them, you belong here. And we value greatly what you bring to our classrooms and to the companies that we'll send you to when you graduate. Value not just in spite of your wounds, but in some ways because of your wounds, because of the character that you displayed in stepping forward and sustaining those injuries, and because of the character that you've displayed and the strength that you've displayed in persevering through those injuries. Sometimes, and particularly for those who have sustained such grievous injuries overseas, they just need a little assistance arriving in those communities, prepared, well, and ready to move forward with a heart of public service in a way that they did in uniform. And that's exactly what this center is about. It's why it's so exciting to me, and it's why on behalf of the entire Illinois veteran community, I'd like to thank the University of Illinois, Dean Gallagher, and all the fellow leaders here at the university for your commitment to veterans and to this center itself. There is clearly a wonderful history of valuing and supporting those with disabilities here at the university, and I think that will parlay into wonderful support and experience when it comes to the veterans who will live here and study here. So it is exciting, and I'd like to thank you.